Destro! Introducing Destro.
Cheers from the dungeon. Do a follow-up video today on the Haslab Skystriker. Actually, just a comparison and compare and contrast the Haslab with the OG and the 2011 version. Just going to go over a couple things, probably like 30 minutes or less, if I talk fast enough. So here we go. Alright, so let's get into it. So just as a follow-up to the video I did for the Haslab Skystriker, just a couple notes real quick. I did try to put a couple of these in a little video on Instagram, but it wouldn't upload it, so I don't know what's going on there. But regardless, I do stand corrected on something. I did have my missiles backwards. It happens. So one thing that was kind of pointed out, my buddy White Mike, that's weird, he posted this picture he did discover about the panels, which the panel right here that pops out where the ladder goes. I didn't even know that panel popped out. And on the other side, the other panel pops out for the fuel port. Fits the little fuel handle, the little nozzle. It's pretty cool. Didn't even know it was there. Again, not in the instructions nor in the blueprints, with the exception of number 21 on the blueprints. Number 21 just says side panels, whatever, but it's not actually in the instructions, these panels are even removable. So just a note. Also, I did notice that, and I just didn't pay attention to it the first time, when you're putting in the engines in the rear, there is a little there's a little notch right there. If you can see that or not, that goes up into that slot there, so they fit a little more securely. Takes a little bit of turning to get it in the right spot. I got the other one then. There we go. All right, and they kind of snap in. I didn't really have them snapped in all the way. Other than that, I didn't really pick up on anything else that really stands out as far as anything that I just missed the first time around. So let's go to this comparison here and do this. I'm going to flip the camera around a little bit because I can't hold 3 planes at one time. That's a little bit of a pain in the ass. So let's get the camera turned around and tilt it down so we can kind of see what we're doing here. So I will say, and it is something I'm still not a big fan of, this does not stay locked back. I'm not a big fan of that, but regardless. So here, this is the Haslab Skystriker. This is the 2011. It's a grayish tone. I don't know how well you can see that in the video. There's an OG, a little beat up, and then way over here is my original childhood Skystriker, modified. You can see the wheels are down, wings are in. It's just a modification on the wings. Excuse me. So we'll do this comparison here. So original Skystriker, and I apologize for some of this stuff being in the way here. I don't have much room here. The dioramas here, I don't have a lot of room to maneuver around. Let's get this here. Original Skystriker, we have, because I didn't do this, just to satisfy some curiosity, we have 23 inches from nose to aft. New Skystriker, 23 1/4. Wingspan on the old one, 22 3/4. Wingspan on the new one, 22 3/4. the plane is virtually identical in size and shape. I don't know, some people were talking about they thought it would be bigger. I don't know if it's bigger, then that affects the scale. So I'm not sure why anybody would have thought that. But anyway, some of the other, just compare if I put these up side by side. Oh, shoot, lost the turbine. Haslab, OG. They're virtually identical planes. I mean, honestly, they really are. As far as size and shape go, I mean, there's obviously a bunch of little differences, but size and shape, they're pretty much the same. The 2011, let's see. I imagine the 2011 is not much different. Basically the same mold as the original. 22 and a half. What did I say the original was? 23 and a quarter. This is actually half an inch shorter than the original. Yeah, I see why. And this wingspan is 21 and a half. And the original was 22. So it's not quite as wide, a little shorter. And it's only a little shorter because of the tab back here. It's not quite as long as the one on the original. Some other kind of cool stuff to note from the change that they made over the years, at least from the 83 to the 2011. I don't mind that. It's like this crap over here. I hate that. I got to get that stuff off of there. I had something else hanging there, and I didn't take those off, and it looks like shit. Where the hell was I? So the cockpit we know in '83 is all one cockpit, you know, just molded here, like some little dials and gauges and stuff. The 2011, while it's basically the same plane in size, shape, and configuration, has a much nicer cockpit. Got the heads-up display in here, joystick on either side, no joystick in the middle like the new one, and then it's got the cool ejection pull handles. They're like molded into the cockpit area there. And then of course the Haslab has the instrumentation panel, and the joystick is down in the center, similar to F-14. So the other thing that's kind of interesting, there's a YouTube video on, not like this particular thing, but a bunch of the variations of Skystrikers. I know there's some stuff with the old one, like some different panel placements and whatnot. I got to find that video because it's really, really good and really informative. But since I do have one variation, I just want to point it out real quick. So this is my childhood Skystriker, and you can see I got some really cool decals from Toy Hacks. I just haven't had a chance to clean her up and put them on yet. So you have the molded front cannon, right? Just molded right in there into the nose. No big deal. Nothing fancy. All right. This is 1983. Also 1983. Molded front cannon. But do you see the panel that's there? It's like this grooved panel that that the machine gun there is like molded into. So that's a difference. These are both 1983 Skystrikers, and they're not identical as far as the nose goes. The video explains which, you know, like later 83, early 84, early 83, whatever, you know, when it was when that happened. But I don't have I don't remember who did that video, so not overly concerned about that right now. The 2011 has that same like square molded piece. Just cool. It's not really a big deal. It's just kind of cool to know. Also of note, the 2011 rear landing gear doors do not have the spring. There's like a little metal spring in the 83s that ran vertically to close these doors when the wheels went in. These do not have those springs in that location, nor does the Haslab. The 83s have those springs. I don't think let's see. The spring in there at the top. Oh, I'm missing the spring over here. The 83 original versions, also the tires are like rubbery. 2011, they're like harder plastic. Same with the Haslab. So just a couple minor like things I just wanted to talk about real quick about the Skystriker. This is like a follow-up vid. I appreciate the corrections. You know, I don't mind positive feedback. You know, constructive criticism. I don't mind it at all. We are not the island. I allow comments, concerns. So I don't know if anybody. Never mind. So that's gonna be it for the Skystriker review here. Just like I said, just a little follow up. These damn wheels. And that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. It's short, simple. I just wanted to do the quick follow up on these things. And the blueprints. Let's see. Yeah, so actually, stand by. I do have a correction, another correction. So the nose-mounted pulse Doppler radar, according to the blueprints, is actually in the nose cone itself. So that's just something they just put on the blueprints because it looks cool and sounds cool. The pod underneath does say that it is a chin pod with infrared sensor and tactical camera system. Is what it says exactly. I don't see anything else in here that's interesting about it. I wouldn't consider this gray. This is much closer to off-white than gray. 2011 is gray, but these blueprints say it is gray. So, interesting. But again, if you ever get a chance to go back in blueprints and look at some of your older blueprints, it's amazing that they just back in the 80s, they just totally made shit up as they went. Honestly, it's pretty cool though. So yeah, that's it. I appreciate everybody, and I'm gonna do a video right after this one on a couple figures here from 2022 that I missed. So I hope everybody has a good day. Peace.
Enemy of GIJoe. Destro is his name. Destro is his name.